Hey guys, this drive into the sun getting familiar yet? So today is, I gotta tear off my calendar, Friday the 1st. Welcome to October. Thought I'd make yet another video this week because today is our last day with the Claas. We went out to dinner with the guys from Taylor last night. It's a good thing we were all but kicked out of the restaurant at 10 because we probably would have been there another hour and several drinks later. It was a good time. It was really awesome to hang out with those guys last night. I believe Jory, who rode in the chopper all day yesterday, will be out here riding around again today. But talking to him, it sounds like first thing this morning, they want to get the direct cut head unloaded, hooked up, and try and put it in some heavier feed. We got a lot of light feed, which the Zern can even handle, but they want to show how much more capable their header is than the Zern. So they want to get it unloaded and use it on some heavier feed that we have left. So last I knew, that's the plan at least. So we'll go see what we got going on. I will try to kick Glenn out of it for at least a couple loads so I can take you guys along, show you what the inside is like when it's running. It's a little different to say the least, but I think it's one of those deals. After a couple days, you get used to it, it'd be perfectly fine. So, all right, let's go get something done. And we're running. Again, late start. It's already 9:15. We had to get the other head unloaded off the trailer, and then because it wasn't set right, it was hard to get it hooked up. So it took a little while. Waiting on a few trucks to get here, so we're finally going. Got a phone call this morning that we are done with the hill climb, so the trucks are crazy happy because that means they don't got to climb the hill. That means we got a pack tracker that can keep up with 2 choppers, because that poor guy yesterday could not keep up. So just a little bit of mop-up work here, what we weren't able to get done yesterday because we had to quit early. And another field, then another field, then another, and another, and you get the point. Well, this will get a little interesting now. So we got the Claas back up and going with the direct cut head. We'll see how it does. Glenn, quit leaving streaks. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, Glenn and I are going to trade for a handful of loads, so see if I can't show you what the inside of that thing looks like. Oh, here comes Cody. I was going to say, man, I'm surprised trucks aren't back yet. Okay, guys, I cannot drive this rocket ship and record at the same time because these guys didn't put steering on it, so, you know, got to steer. But the handle's pretty awesome. Takes some getting used to. I wish there was more programmability the way Deere has all the buttons on the back and up top, but it's pretty handy. It's amazing what this will do though, because I know our Zern would be pissed trying to cut this, and I'm cutting at 6-7 mile an hour, not even pulling the machine. So yeah, I'm going to some more stuff later, but That's what I got for you now while I'm waiting on the truck. Alright guys, another little brief overview. So we've got some switches up there. There's no radio on this machine, so it's kind of a lot of weird silence. A lot of really cool stuff in the computer, but we didn't get into a whole lot of it just because a lot of stuff isn't activated. But it's so minimal because everything is in there. It's kind of like our brand new tractor. But this handle, it's pretty nice. It's just hard to get used to. And then train horns come from the factory. Deer, take note. That's crazy handy to have. All right, I'm gonna go get back in mine. I'm hungry. We're really cruising now. I'm running 8, he's running closer to 9, maybe even closer to 10. Both have our direct cut heads on. The one thing I will say about Claas's direct cut head, it feeds a hell of a lot better than the Zern. I talked about that earlier. But the header height control on it is pretty abysmal. So like the Deer, the 16 there at the bottom, that is my header height. No idea what the 16 means, because with this header all the way up is 36. With a corn head all the way up is 40, and with no head on, it goes to 50.
Hey Garrett, I have to go help my mom get some stuff and cook the front for tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to make this my last one.
Alright man, see you later. Sorry. So, I have no idea what the number corresponds to, but I know I at least have a number. The Claas has no header height gauge that we can find. The row head, set you guys there. The row head runs off of pressure, kind of the way a combine head would, the way my corn head does. The auto height, it's got some feelers sticking down, runs off pressure. These heads, mine included, do not have an auto height. So like on this one, when I hit my button for resume, it just goes to a set number and stays there. So mine will stay at 16 all day long. The lanes we can't figure it out. I don't understand it. It's becoming frustrating because we've got some fields we're starting to make look pretty bad, which makes us in turn look bad. But it's one of those growing pains. You know, we're missing something and we don't know what it is. So that's been pretty interesting. But I said it before and I'll say it again, guys. That Claas, it's not a fair comparison. We're talking a 990 versus a 9800. So the top end Claas versus the next to top Deer. Horsepower difference, I do not know off the top of my head. But that thing will walk around me. This one, I'm sure you can kind of hear that grunting sound. You see me moving. That's how the feed or how the crop is feeding in. His perfectly smooth. Just we stopped just a minute ago and we were talking. He goes, because it just feeds nice and smooth. So Claas definitely knows what they're doing when it comes to the chopping side. The operator comfort side, they are severely lacking, but it is a dang impressive machine. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going round and round and round. We'll see how much of this pivot we can get done. It is 10 after 3. It's probably about another 2 hours, and then we'll start shutting trucks off. So I'd say we got a pretty good chance of finishing this 3/4 pivot we're on. see how it goes. Hey guys, welcome to Sunday, because my closing to the video on Friday got screwed up by the rain. So, not being able to remember entirely off the top of my head where exactly the clip got screwed up. We got rained out about 5 o'clock on Friday, just before we were able to finish. We've got, I don't know, hour and a half left there, with 2 machines going the way we were. So I had started going into the comparison. I tried recording the comparison now, and I'm going to make that its own separate video where I really detail all my different thoughts on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up this video now. Say come back again for the next video where all I do is talk about the difference between the 9800 and the 990 Claas.